Hit record. Okay, we're recording, and I'm not going to sing a song tonight like I usually do when we hit record. Okay, guys. So I kind of just wanted to share with you I feel like I got a fart right now. Sorry, not that you guys wanted to know that. I wanted to share. Okay, I have 3 things, like I said, that I wanted to talk about, and I was just going to kind of share them with you guys and see what you think. The first thing is really just to relay information. Did I post about this on the team page today? I don't know, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I got an idea to do an open Q&A opportunity call type thing at the end of our Coaching at a Glance group. So even though the group is over tomorrow, I would do it on Monday night just for people to call in if they have any questions or anything like that. And then also to be able to invite our challengers to it too. This idea I got from a call. You know how on the national coach calls, they always list all those people that are top recruiter, top challenge pack sales every week. So have you guys ever heard the name Carly Del Carlo?
No.
Sounds familiar.
Her name's on the call, I think almost every week, it seems like. But my push partner, Carly Del Carlo, is in her downline on her team. And she recorded this call, and they were basically saying that they transition their challengers into coaching. It's just kind of like a natural process. And that's something that I have tried to do, but a lot of my challengers don't tend to transition very quickly. But they were just saying, when you have people in your challenge group and they're posting a lot and they're really, motivated, and they're basically doing what we do as coaches to kind of reach out to them and give them that affirmation, you're doing awesome, thanks so much. And, kind of do that as soon as you start seeing them acting that way in the group. And then around the 3rd week, she said you invite them to come to a coaching call where it's just kind of an open Q&A call, and you can talk about coaching on it. So with that being said, I figured if we're going to do an open Q&A call for the Glance group, why not combine those 2 and do them on Monday night? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Because they were also saying on one of their other team calls that they did, well, I don't know if they do it for certain, but they made it sound like they do an open Q&A video chat at the end of their Glance group. And I figured that would probably make sense because, the people in the Glance group, they're seeing the videos throughout the week. They're hearing stories. They're getting some of their questions answered, some of their hesitations answered, but they may still have more questions, what is it to get started? What do I have to do? Blah, 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 blah. So I scheduled in Hootsuite, and I'm going to post about it. I can't remember what day I scheduled it for. I think I scheduled it to post on Saturday, and then I'll probably say something about it tomorrow too in the Glance group and also on the team page. And you guys can definitely invite people as well that aren't in your challenge groups or aren't in the Glance group if you want to. I just thought it would be something that would be a good idea that we could do each time we do a Glance group, and then also invite our challengers to it each month. And I'm going to go back through and invite all of my challengers that I've ever had and tell them about it.
And when are you doing the next Glance group?
So we're going to have them every other week. I put the calendar in the Dropbox.
Okay.
The next one is October 27th.
Okay.
So the way we're doing it is the first week of the month is a free challenge. Second week of the month is a 4-day Shako and a Glance group. Third week of the month is a boot camp. And hang on, I'm having a brain fart right now. Okay, sorry. The first week of the month there's also boot camp as well. 3rd week of the month, there's a boot camp and our 30-day challenge. And then the 4th week of the month is a Glance group.
Okay.
So it'll be on the 27th. Do you guys have any feedback on what I just said? I'm sorry. I feel totally not energetic like I usually do tonight.
No, that's okay. I think that's a great idea for the Q&A call, and I like that I'd already kind of thought in my head that would be a natural thing to transition a challenger into coaching by watching what they do in the groups that you have.
Mm-hmm.
It really is a great way for you to kind of pick out who's the leader and who's not.
I mean,
Participation is huge.
yeah, this girl was saying, let me look at my notes. I have so many notes coming on my booty. It's crazy. Let's see. I was just gonna see if there's anything else.
How do you spell her last name, Jess?
It's DEL and then CARLO. I don't know if it's one or two words. I can't remember.
But it's a DL or a DE?
DEL, Del Carlo.
Okay.
There wasn't anything else from my notes that I was going to say about that. But yeah, she was like, that's always been something that Beachbody talks about too, is that's a natural transition to transition your challengers to coaches. And that's something like every challenge group I do, I'll send them a message like through about the third week and just say to them, depending on who it is, like if you really don't think they would make a good coach, you probably don't want to say that. Like that was one thing they said, you want to be genuine.
Yeah.
So if I think they'd make a good coach, I would just tell them why and ask them if they considered it before. If not, then I would probably just say to them, like tell them about a next challenge group or ask them if they know of anyone who would, make a good coach. So, oh gosh, sorry, that was painful. I added in the lower fix from 21 Day Fix yesterday and with my PIO. Okay, I have not done a workout with weights in like months. I feel like a granny. It hurts for me every time I move, like my butt, my leg, it's everywhere. But that's the good kind of pain, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the second idea, this was something that Ashley and I learned about this weekend in Nashville. And it was just two different things that I thought we could do together as a group. Since all of you guys are going for Diamond, I thought that it would be helpful. The first thing that they talked about, and these are both things that Eric Worre teaches because I remember learning about him at his conference last year. So one of them is doing like a blitz where we all get together for like 2 hours at the same time, whatever day it is. And he was talking about doing it in person, but since we're all not in the same place, I figured we could do it here on Zoom. And we basically all just get together for 2 hours and we see how many invites we can send out in 2 hours.
Wow.
We're going to have to purchase the Zoom.
Oh gosh, yeah, I guess I would have to. Whatever, it'll be worth it. To just, I don't know, like just something like cool to kind of like pump each other up and motivate each other. I think the whole point of it is that when we're doing it together, we're more motivated to do it. And if we make it like a contest type thing, it'll be more motivating. I mean, I won money when we were doing it. So,
yeah.
I mean, I can't promise that I can give out money every time that we do it, but one day I'll be big ballin' and I can give out all kinds of money. So that was one idea. What do you guys think about doing that?
I think that's a good idea.
I do too. I would definitely have to lock myself in a room.
Do we want to try to plan a day to do it now, or do we want to wait and see what everyone else thinks?
I would go for everybody else's feedback, and then if everybody thinks 2 hours is too long, maybe we just do it an hour,
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it's only 30 minutes, I mean, it's amazing how much.
Together.
Yeah, like we only had 20 minutes on, what's it called? Whatever
Saturday.
day that was. Thank you. Whatever day that was that we were there. So I'll ask in the group. I have to write myself a reminder. I'll forget. Ask about Blitz. Okay. The other thing was they made us do this, and I remember having to do this at Eric Worre last year. You get together and you practice like the closing questions that you ask people when they're interested in coaching, the 6 closing questions that Eric Worre teaches. And the whole point of that is, the first time whether you're doing this on the phone or in person, the first time you go through these closing questions, I remember like it was freaking awkward for me. Like, I mean, it was probably awkward for me the first 50 times I did it, but the more you practice it, the better you become at it and the more confidence you get and the more your fear goes away. So that was kind of the whole idea behind practicing it. And I mean, you can even like, this is stuff we can even practice with like our family members. We can practice the stuffed animal. Like I was listening to one of the summit workshops, and one of the girls presenting was saying that when she first started talking to people about the coaching opportunity, she would literally practice it with her like teddy bear, with her babies that, you know, couldn't even talk back, but like she would just do it out loud over and over and over. And I know like the past month, since I've been doing so many calls, closing coach prospects, it's become easier and easier and easier for me to where it's just like pretty like natural that I don't even have to look at the questions. But that was something that I thought we could also try to do as well. And I don't know if we do the Blitz and do that together, or if that's just two separate things we do, but it was just two ideas that I got that I thought would help us.
I would really like the help with the practice of the closing questions. I'm doing excellent at the forming and the communicating and I'm not as nervous when they, you know, the whole big thing that I can remember from the beginning was when they asked about the price. It was like, oh, you know, I'm not as nervous about that anymore, but I'm definitely not at the comfort zone that I would like to be at. And I'm not saying I want to be 100% comfortable. I want to be confident. But I like the adrenaline that flows a little bit as I am getting it down. Mm-hmm. But it's obvious that I haven't closed a lot of people. So I could really use that.
So maybe what we can do next week, I won't be here, but the week after that, maybe we can all practice it together, like during this time when we meet. Mm-hmm. And maybe the Blitz one we do, maybe we do the Blitz first and then we do practicing closing the week after. Or does that order make sense, or does it make sense to do it the other way around? No, I think we would have to practice the closing questions first and then do the Blitz.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. So that we can do next week.
Because you never know. I mean, you go to do the Blitz and then you start getting all these people. You got to be able to know how to respond and to close them.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so those are just the two ideas. The other thing is, oh my gosh, I take all these notes and then it doesn't make sense when I go back and read it. New recruiting checklist Blitz. What does that mean? Oh, so I posted in the page, I think in the Operation 100 Plus Coaches page, asking like who wanted to do a Blitz next, and we decided to do it the first week of November. And then Melanie, you and Chelsea said you guys would kind of do the post and stuff, so thank you for doing that. Mm-hmm. Ashley, thank you very much. She is going to do a flyer because Melissa and we are going to do like a live opportunity webinar to kick it off. So her and I are going to chat tonight actually on Zoom to plan that. So we will have the details soon. What was I going to say? Oh, when I was listening to, let me highlight that so I don't forget to tell you guys that.
I want to ask a question on that because I want to participate and I want to help. But I have 3 people that have already come to me that I've kind of just like put a bug in their ear about what we've got going on. You know, it's just going to be like a big old camaraderie of we're all going to get fit together. It doesn't matter where you're at. And they've really expressed that they want me, you know, and I'm sure it's just because I've already had them in 3 different challenges. Mm-hmm. So I mean, my thought was I was going to do another paid challenge the very beginning of November. I know that it's not going along with the exact schedule that you have posted for us, mm-hmm. but that would give me an opportunity for them to get their challenge packs purchased. I do know I have 2, possibly 3 people that are willing to buy a challenge pack. Yeah. But do I do it separately and just? This
Blitz is for coaching, not challenges.
Oh, okay. See, yeah. We've got so much going on. Thank you, Jess.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But I think that that's a good idea to do to what you just said. I think that's good.
Okay.
So this was kind of like, you know, I gave you guys like that checklist of stuff to do for the Operation 100 Plus Coaches thing last month. And it was like, make your list. Here's the invite to send out, and here's what to post every day. Mm-hmm. So this call that I listened to earlier, also for my Push Partners team, they have a recruiting checklist, they call it, for when they do their blitzes. And I'll type it all up so that you guys can see it. But I wanted to just like go through it real quick with you guys because it seems like super helpful. So we'll have the posts that you guys are going to put together. So that'll help. But they were just kind of listing out like concrete things too to do during the blitz. So they were talking about Instagram, and they said one thing you can do, and we'll talk more about this when it comes closer, but you pick a hashtag from your recent posts, like that you posted, something that you're interested in. Non-fitness stuff is good too, like, you know, dogs, mom, etc. And then go to that, and you know how it'll show you all the pictures of whatever has that hashtag. So it says it'll take about 10 to 20 minutes, but you go like 100 to 200 pictures, which sounds like overwhelming. But they said that when they did that, they would get at least 5 new followers every single day, because the whole point of it is it gets people to come look at your page. Yeah. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. I can take 10 or 20 minutes to do that every day and have my eyes crossed. It's worth it. So then they also said that they would make a list of people. So that was the first thing, is they looked up hashtags. The second thing is they would make a list of people on Instagram, no bigger than 10 to 15 people that they would want to try to get to know throughout the week or however long they're doing it. And then just to comment on their pictures and, you know, just be interacting with them and focus on building the relationship. And then the third thing they said to do was post 3 to 5 times daily on Instagram. And they actually listed out the things that they said they would post about. So the first thing was food or a recipe. The second one was a transformation. The third was a motivational quote. The fourth was a picture of family or friends. And then the fifth was workout or fitness post. And they said,
I love that.
Right? It makes it so much easier, because a lot of the time I feel like I'm like, what on earth am I going to talk about today? I need to have some kind of plan. Even if I don't have the exact content planned out, I need some kind of roadmap like this, which is one takeaway that I had from Nashville this weekend. Is
Say that again.
Okay. So food or recipe. I'll type it all up too for you guys to have. I just haven't had a chance to yet. Food or recipe first, transformation, motivational quote, family and friends, workout or fitness. Mm-hmm. And then they also said, and I've seen people that do this, like I know Janelle Summers has this, but have you guys seen like what Kick is? Like people have a Kick account, K-I-K?
Yes, I've actually been doing Kick. I'm still trying to figure it out because I get kicked. And I've done it. I've done it with one of my Instagram friends, which is who introduced me to it. And then I've noticed, because I don't pay attention to it, I notice people will kick me, and then when I go back, some of it's them advertising stuff. Yeah. And then it's other people that just want to start a conversation. I'm more curious about what made them want to start a conversation with me, so I can get to know who they are and, you know, what's up. Yeah. But I need to figure that out a little bit more, because it seems like when I go back to that, I've missed people by a week. You know, I'll go back and go, oh, they were saying hello a week ago. That's not good.
Maybe you can add that to your daily checklist, because that's what I have to do. If I don't, like I had to put a reminder on my bat to check my Instagram messages daily, because I started messaging people on there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I got back from Nashville and I looked and I had all these messages on Instagram, and I'm like, oh snap, I better add that to my bat. So yeah, they were talking about those 3 things: hashtags, making your list, and then posting 3 to 5 times daily, and having a Kick account. That we'll figure all out together. And then they were just talking about kind of doing the same thing on Facebook, having your list of people on Facebook, having a list of Facebook groups or Facebook like pages where you're meeting new people and interacting with new people, which I'm pretty sure that's how I met you, Melanie, on the Elevation Church Facebook page, I think. And then posting on Facebook. They said for Facebook, post twice about your personal life. They said it could literally be anything, like your laundry, your dog, your family, whatever. And then they said 1 to 2 posts a day about business. So they said to make sure that it's not salesy, not product focused. Like you don't want to throw a picture of you up with like your T25, like me and Sean T. Like
Kissing it.
Yeah. Like you want to make it personal, which I know, I'm pretty sure we already all know that. I hate flyers. I don't like to use flyers. And they just said also to talk about how the products have helped you. So even if, Shakeology, wow, Shakeology really helps my hair grow. I mean, I could say that my hair grows like crazy now. So even if the post just says that, and then when you're posting, include something about your challenge groups. So if it's like a workout picture of you, then post at the end of it, my next group starts in 2 weeks, and, message me if you want to join. Excuse me. And then they said on Facebook, some things that you could post about are your workout, how Shakeology's helped you. Oh, excuse me. Other coaches' stories. Like you guys could share the story. Well, I tagged you in it. The story of Kimmy's emerald thing. You could share that on your wall. They also said that like if someone else shares a coach success story, to not share it, but to save the picture and post it yourself and like write your own wording with it so that other people can see it. So those 3 things: workout, how Shakeology's helped you, other coach success stories, information about nutrition, food, or exercise, like that would help somebody. Like, asparagus is beneficial for you because of X, Y, and Z. And the 5th thing they said you could talk about, which I just said a second ago, is promoting your challenge group with your story. So I just thought those things were like more concrete and specific on doing the Blitz. And I think that we can just add that into like our roadmap that we already had to do the Blitz. What do you guys think? I think Melanie's gone. I think it's just me and you, Ashley.
Oh, I think that sounds good. I like focusing just on the Instagram and the Facebook.
Yeah, me too.
And, finding new people, because I was going through my Facebook friends list tonight and I'm about burnout on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's tons of ways to meet people on Facebook. I mean, they were talking about using Facebook like pages to meet people and just interacting in the comments and stuff like that on there. And then just like, interacting with people in Facebook groups, but, only trying to focus on 10 to 15 people a week. That way it's not overwhelming.
Because I need to find like groups on Facebook that are active.
Yeah.
Like, you got any ideas? Like, what kind of groups do you follow?
Oh, dear Lord. I don't do Facebook groups, honestly. I don't know.
The like pages?
Actually, I did do a vegan Facebook group before, I met one of my coaches from that when I was trying to be vegan.
I'm doing one right now of a girl that I met from Super Saturday, the one that dropped being a coach because she was having a dispute with somebody on her team, and she gets to start back up in January. She's called it the Ohana group, which Ohana in Hawaiian is family. I can't be actively in it. She's definitely got her a following started. I mean, I think she did Beachbody for like 6 months. So it's like she's still doing the practice, doing everything that we're kind of doing. But she's invited everybody. I don't know that I could, and I've tried and I'm participating and I'm actually seeing interaction. But it's a lot. It's a whole lot. So, but through that, I met a young man who's actually autistic. And oh my gosh, he is in he said he's in 30 groups.
Wow.
He does more support groups than anything else. He needs support and he likes to support other people.
That's awesome.
So apparently there are just tons and tons of groups out there. You just need to think, like I was thinking, since I love photography, I would jump on a photography group.
Yeah. All you have to do is just type it in the top of the bar on Facebook and just search for it. And then you scroll down the page and it'll show you where the groups are.
Yeah.
So you could type in anything. You could type in knitting, Ashley, or like something like that.
Or sewing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sewing, yeah, it's things you're interested in. I have a girlfriend that is making soap, and she's all into she's into a couple of different soap groups and natural body herb groups. There's lots of things out there.
You can do it on Facebook like pages too. Like we met on the elevation page, right, Melanie?
Yep, we sure did.
So I don't even remember what I originally said to comment on. It was something you commented on, and I just like interacted back. And that's kind of like, I just looked at like what my interests were. So I was like, okay, I'll go to the elevation page.
I loved it because I didn't update my page and you still thought I lived in Charlotte.
Yeah.
You sent me a private message right after I commented on elevation and said, hey, oh my gosh, do you go to elevation? I'm in Charlotte. Oh, we ought to hook up.
Oh, that's right.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
But I mean, there's so many, like there's a like page for like everything known to mankind. All you got to do, like there's TV shows, bands, magazines. I'm trying to think of what, I mean, there's just, like you just have to think about what you're interested in and go on there and kind of just interact. Like I know the thing that always helps me when I'm trying to interact with new people, whether it's on Facebook or on Instagram, is to always end in a question. That way they're more likely to respond. So
I'm learning that. Thank you. I'm getting better. I'm not there yet.
It's a process.
I'm paying attention and I'm learning.
It's ingrained in me. I learned it from Danny Johnson when I went to her conference last year, and now it's just like ingrained.
That's good. It's going to be ingrained in me too. Exactly.
There is one last thing. Sorry to like change the subject real swiftly, but I wanted to say it real quick before I forgot. One thing, because when they did this team call, the one that I was listening to that I've been talking about about the recruiting blitz. So this was recorded right before Summit, and I guess the girls were talking about they had a goal to help a bunch of girls go diamond on their team before Summit. So they were trying to, achieve it by a certain date, which I felt like was applicable to all of us. So they're saying that one thing that they did was they reached out to people, because we all have those prospects. Oh gosh, sorry, it hurts. Ow. I'm trying to cross my legs. It's so painful. Oh gosh. They reached out to all their prospects that have been telling them, I'm going to sign up that haven't signed up. And they just kind of told them like, hey, like, I want to ask you for a favor. Like, I'm trying to reach this goal right now. And like, tell them what it is and just say like, can you help me? Like, if you join, like, you'll be helping me and I'll be helping you. And just kind of make it clear. Like, I mean, like I told you guys in that message that I sent out yesterday about my goal for elite and y'all's goal for diamond and all that. Like, it's the same kind of scenario. We're both really doing each other favors. So I wrote that down because I'm like, I'm about to message every single person on my first prospect list, which contains like 200 people. So they're all about to get a message from me like next week and be like, hey. So that's something I really liked that idea though. I'm like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Like if obviously we all have the right intentions. We're not trying to do it to be pushy or icky or anything like that. The worst thing people can say is no. Like, I'm pretty sure no one's going to be mad at us. So I don't know. I just liked that. So I wanted to mention that was part of what they said they did during their recruiting blitz. Do you guys think that's a terrible idea?
I think it's a great idea.
I'm trying to think of exactly what I want to say, but once I come up with a message, I'll type it out and post it in our group so that you guys can use it too if you want. Okay.
I want to ask, since I know Chelsea's not on here, but let me pull that up.
Yeah.
I was a little confused by, I know her and I can talk as well, but you seem to have gotten it. Hang on. Really quick, Melanie. When she says, okay, Jess, you want us to comprise posts individually and then send them to you of each of us and take one post and brainstorm. I didn't really follow that.
I don't even understand that. Did I respond to it?
Yeah, you said, yeah, yay. Yes, please. And could y'all have it done by Monday?
Oh.
I'm just not exactly sure.
I don't even remember seeing that.
I think I posted it in the Operation 100 Plus Coaches group. Are you in there, Ashley?
Yeah, I'm in the.
Yeah.
That's where it is. Operation 100 Plus, and you actually posted it yesterday, and we commented on it today.
I think maybe what she meant.
Oh, you know what? Listen, this is where I got a little mixed up because I was talking about, elaborating on your ideas. I put, oh yeah, I think it's a great idea. We can focus on how exercise is a de-stressor, and it'd be perfect for the holidays to fight stress and depression. But I was thinking about a workout challenge that, the commit to be fit, not so much coaches. So,
well, hey, if they're joining as coaches, they're going to be using it and being healthy with us. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I think we can kind of take the posts that we kind of already have for a guideline of what to write each one about, but they need to be different because we just did it. And if people see all the same stuff again, they're just going to be like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
But I do, last year, I did a push at the end of the year where I just was telling all my coach prospects, this is a perfect time to start because in January, everyone's going to have New Year's resolutions and you're going to have people coming to you left and right that are going to want your help. So this is the perfect time to start as a coach so that you can do the training and get trained up, to be able to be ready for the busy season. So that was kind of my approach of what I meant by that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I don't know what else we can say to promote it. My brain cells are all gone right now.
I think on Chelsea's comment that she wrote, I think it meant to say, want us to comprise posts individually, then send them to you, or each of us take one post and brainstorm.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Thank you, Ashley. That makes a little bit better sense. Yes.
I had to read it like 5 times.
I'll come up and I will brainstorm some good posts. I'll get with Chelsea individually too, and then we'll just run it. We'll share it in the group, and we'll all come up with y'all's feedback. We'll come up with something really good.
Sounds
But
good.
I do like your idea. I was already thinking about that with my final or with my next paid fitness group is, what better time to do it than we all do it now while the holidays are going on. Mm-hmm. So that come January, when it's time to make a New Year's resolution, fitness is not going to be one of your resolutions because you're already going to have it down, Mm-hmm. Same way with coaching. Like you said, you'll already be trained. You'll be ready to get all those people that do make the fitness New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
That's a brilliant idea.
I don't know where I got it from. Who knows?
That's okay. I could home in on a post like that. Get ready to help.
Yeah.
All those New Year buffs.
Mm-hmm.
My birthday.
Oh, yay. Your birthday is New Year's Day?
New Year's Day.
Nice. Okay, I can't talk. This thing is going to hang up on us, so I'm going to say bye before it does, unless you guys want to start a new chat.
No, I've got plenty I've got to do still for the evening. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.